Prompter, Sophie. Prompter now. In less than 28 days from now, Nigerians will go to polls to exercise their franchise. The electoral body INEC has warned the electorate that no PVC, no vote, as the PVC remains a mandatory requirement for voting during elections. Some political analysts have asked the Independent National Electoral Commission to permit registered voters to cast their votes without using permanent voter cards due to the poor collection rate of PVC nationwide. But the electoral body has insisted that voting through PVC is backed by law. Now, the PVC distribution has commenced since December 12, 2022. How has the process been? This is from our topic for today's program, Saturday Discourse, reaching you live from the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. My name is Tessie Omeri. We thank you for joining us. President Muhammadu Buhari Saturday assured that government will ensure that citizens are unharmed in their businesses and no disruption is caused to the entire supply arising from the currency swap due to end shortly. Reacting to reports of long queues of people waiting for hours for their turn to deposit old notes and get new ones, triggering public anger and opposition's criticism, President Buhari reiterated that the currency changes were aimed at people holding illicit funds and not the common man, and that it had become necessary to prevent counterfeits, corruption, and terrorist funding. These, he assured, will stabilize and strengthen the economy, while taking note that the poorest section of society is facing hardship as they often keep hard cash at home for various expenses. President Buhari gave strong assurances that the government will not leave them to their own fate. He reiterated that a number of initiatives by the central bank and all commercial banks are underway to speed up distribution of the new notes and do all that is necessary to forestall cash squeeze and chaos. The Nigerian Railway Corporation has suspended train services on the Abuja-Kaduna rail line temporarily to commence work to re-rail the derailed train and restore services. Board chairman of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, Alhassan Ibrahim Musa, who gave this indication, says investigation to unravel the exact cause of the accident has already begun. Hadiza Godwin Ebuni has more.
It will be recalled that an Abuja-bound train derailed in Kubwa Friday evening with no record of casualty. Since then, the management staff and technical team of the Nigeria Railway Corporation have been hard at work trying to re-rail the train and move it off the track. They have also confirmed that all passengers that were on board are safe, but there is no ready explanation for what caused the train to derail. At the site of the incident, the chairman of the board of Nigerian Railway Corporation, Alhassan Musa, said their investigation will put every factor into account in their fact-finding.
We have seen the Chinese are also here. You can see them trying to help us find out whether it is the point machine. We want to establish whether it is human error or an accident or any other thing, whether it is vandalization of the track or it's just an accident or it's human error on the part of our operators. So very soon we'll issue out a statement to clarify what has happened.
As part of the operation, security agencies, including the police, have been mobilized to the site to ensure safety of workers and equipment. With the single-track rail line, train services on Abuja-Kaduna cannot be restored until the track is cleared and track certified safe by the engineers. Hadiza Godwin Ebuni, NTA News.
Following the outbreak of fire at Wuse Zone 1 Enyo filling station Friday evening, Odiri Ogboru Arotere visited the scene for an update.
According to eyewitness account, the fire, which broke out while the petrol truck was discharging its contents, raised a section of the facility. Although no life was lost in the disaster, that was brought under control using firefighting equipments. Vehicles parked around the vicinity and buildings were affected by heat. As at the time of this update, the environment was calm.
Since our arrival into the premises, we are yet to see the owner to speak to us.
Sympathizers were seen around the station, while eyewitnesses to the inferno speak.
The fire service, they do not have water. They even passed through this place down. Like they said, they want to go and fetch water. The second one came as well, but they did not allow them to quench the fire because everybody was annoyed. They were even throwing stone at them. It was 3 fire service that came yesterday. They did not allow them. The third one, they injured the driver with huge stone. Yesterday night, I have the clips on my phone. What they are doing yesterday, they are trying to break into the motors that was here because nobody can even identify the motors that was going on. That was the reason why they don't want them to off the fire.
People are now start shouting fire, fire, fire. My friends will just run out. So what I can do is to take my phone, I video some. The fire was hot.
Because this is where they serve me fuel almost always to put for my vulcanizer engine. Because each time there is fuel scarcity, once I come here, because time I come here when there is fuel scarcity, they normally serve me fuel.
In Abuja, Odiri Arotere, NTA News.
Now to humanitarian gesture. A humanitarian organization, Helpline Foundation for the Needy Abuja, says arrangements has been concluded to train more than 100 women in the Batch B of her traditional skill transfer initiative. Onoze Yakubu tells us more.
Project Manager Helpline Foundation for the Needy Abuja Onoja Arome says the Batch B Economic Empowerment on Traditional Skill Transfer, organized by the foundation, is with the support from the MacArthur Foundation through Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education. He disclosed that the skill acquisition training has empowered the original inhabitants of the FCT to be self-reliant.
What we are trying to do also is to see how the cultural heritage that has gone on extinction or has been endangered is brought back to life by several programs which we have been doing. We've handled socioeconomic programs, we've handled cultural programs that has given a good view of this project, and we have remarkable deliverables that we have achieved over the years.
In 2022, the foundation trained 81 participants and empowered them financially to kickstart and own their businesses of producing traditional attires.
We're looking at over 100 participants in this batch B, and I'm hoping to graduate them by April.
These wrappers, it comes in set, a big wrapper and 2 hair tie, and she sold it for 15,000, which makes her very independent of herself. She uses it as a source of livelihood.
The project manager, who represented President of Helpline Foundation, Jumai Amadou, asked that the foundation is addressing the economic challenges bedeviling the indigenous people of the FCT. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
The permanent voter card (PVC) stands as the only authentic means of identification for every eligible Nigerian to exercise his or her constitutional right to vote and be voted for. With less than a month to the presidential and National Assembly elections, Ifeoma Ojinta takes a look at the PVC collection process in the FCT.
The permanent voter card, PVC, very popular phrase on the lips of all political actors at the moment, has given rise to an impressive turnout of prospective voters anxious to collect their copies at the various collection centers in the FCT.
The generality of the FCT residents will answer this call to go for the collection of the permanent voters card so as they can exercise their civic responsibility.
According to INEC FCT, as at January 10, 2023, the Commission had two categories of permanent voter cards. The continuous voter registration exercise conducted between 2011 and 2021, during which 1,229,894 voters were registered, out of which 993 registered voters have collected their permanent voter cards, representing 81% of the PVCs collected. The second category is that of the CVR conducted between 2021 and July 2022, with 305,960 prospective voters registered. For this, 123,292 voter cards have been collected. Since then, the Commission has continued with the PVC's collection exercise, and between the 6th and 22nd of January, devolved the collection to ward level. While some prospective voters had no problem collecting their voter cards, others are not finding it easy.
I'm very happy, very grateful for collecting it. In fact, as I came, there was not a lot of people here. There are few people.
So how would you describe the exercise?
It's very fine. Just within 1 minute, I just collected.
Okay.
It's good.
They asked me to go to INEC. I went to INEC this morning. They asked me to come here. I came here. Now they asked me to go back to Galadima. Is it that they are not sure of why I'm supposed to collect the card?
You can't be moving around since morning. They will send it from here to there. That means they are not even specific. They don't know where the cards are supposed to be. So people just go and pick their PVC. Is this how we're going to vote?
After reverting to INEC area council offices and some collection centers, the turnout of prospective voters became low. At some collection centers visited in recent days, volumes of uncollected permanent voter cards were very visible on the tables, with many prospective voters not able to locate where to collect their PVCs.
me yake damun ka me aka maka kake wannan ihun malam
ba dole in ihu ba wannan malamar ce na ce ta bani katin gulo na 1000 ta je ta sa min katin 10,000 ta ya zan iya biyan wannan
ai garaba sa gulo take yi idan ka saka 1000 za su rubanya maka shi domin ya koma 10,000 shine muke kira 10 times airtime bonus
amma fa abun na kai mamaki
abokina ka kwanta da hankalinka kaga wannan 10,000 gulo ne ta baka kyauta that what me say na 10 times ahun we gulo give you
Kwarai kuwa kai ma za ka iya samun 10 times airtime bonus idan ka sai kati a layin Glo ɗinka. Sai sabon layin Glo.
Irin tashin hankalin da ke biyo bayan yaƙi babu ruwansa da ko kai wane ne, ƙabilarka ko kuma addininka. Idan yaƙi ya zo, ritsawa ike yi da kowa mai kuɗi ko talaka. An lalata komai babu sauran abin moriya. Idan aka yi yakin basasa a ƙasa babu wanda ike yin nasara domin kowa sai ya yi asara. A zub da jinin waɗanda ba su ji ba ba su gani ba, a jefa su cikin masifa babu gaira babu dalili duk a sakamakon yaki. Mu baiwa sojojinmu haɗin kai da goyon baya domin ganin sun yi nasara akan aikinsu. Kada mu sake mu yi wani abin da zai ƙara musu matsala akan wacce suke fuskanta. Babu abin da ya fi tattaunawa daɗi. Kada mu sake mu yi abin da zai rarraba kawunanmu. Za mu fi ƙarfi da daraja a dunkule. Nigeria ƙasa ɗaya ce, al'umma ɗaya. Kasancewar mu al'umma ɗaya shine ƙarfi da daraja a gare mu kuma shine abin sha'awa a duniya.
Many thanks for staying with us. Moving on, empowering women through basic skills acquisition in small-scale enterprise is an economic driver that must take firm root for any society to rapidly develop. Aisha Bashir reports that this is the fallout from the activities of tomorrow's development women.
Time is money, and instead of wasting it, the Women Development Empowerment Organization brought together this women group to be trained with a view to turning around fortunes.
A good number of them has learned so much here today on how they can prepare some pastries and make it a commercial quantity, something that they will be using to feed themselves and fend for their family.
We teach them how to make puff-puff, egg roll, donuts, and then we still empower them with some things like wrapper and some token.
Armed with these skills, it is hoped that many will excel in business and grow their communities.
It has been organizing women, widows, and less privileged, taking good care of us. This is my women. I'm their coordinator. So she has been doing this sometimes two times in a year, sometimes 3 times in a year. She has been going around in FCT, helping women, even in her own state.
It's not a good idea for a woman to be sitting at home without doing anything. You understand? Because it's very good for a woman. Even though you have a husband or you are a widower or anything, you need to have something doing.
Digital marketing also featured in the presentation for the women. Aisha Bashir, NT News.
The need for good roads and basic infrastructure for the development and sustainable growth of our community cannot be overemphasized. It is on this premise that the indigenous people of Dobi community in Gwagwalada Area Council are appealing to government efforts to ameliorate their suffering caused by poor road network. Cecilia Julius has more.
This satellite town in Gwagwalada Area Council, according to statistics, has a population of 157,770. Its indigenous people are predominantly farmers, with rice production as a major agricultural produce. The community has, however, enjoyed good roads that have enabled the production and movement of its farm produce from one community to another.
We only have 2 good roads in this village. We need more road. Apart from this, even the federal road is not good. We need the federal to come and do something for us. We only have 2 good roads in this town. We need more.
Despite its good roads, some residents call for proper sanitization of its drainages.
I want the community to set a committee that will be going around, more especially those that have shop very close to the drainage, so that they should keep eye on them. Whosoever that did not keep the drainage clean, maybe they should at least lock the shop.
Dobi Federal Road links Izam community in Niger State. In Abuja, Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
The long-time dream of residents, motorists and commuters plying the Nyanya Maraba Kevi Road of having the alternative Apo Karshi Road completed is not far from reality, as the contractor handling the Apo Karshi Road is speeding up work, breaking barriers to complete the project. Ablai Ajia has a situation report of his latest visit to the area, to the construction site, which means a lot to many.
This is Wasa Junction. This road leads to the Apo Karshi Road that a lot of residents have been expectant of its completion. Today we shall be reminding those in authority and particularly those responsible towards the completion of this road on the need for this road to be completed.
Keeping in check premises and reality on the Apo Karshi Road informed this latest visit to the road that holds great importance to residents and motorists.
The Apo Karshi Road is a 14-kilometer road that has high expectations from the residents of the nation's capital, Abuja, particularly those living on the stretch of Nyanya, Maraba, Kubo, axis up to Kefi area.
I'm coming from Kefi. I'm going to Buje Area Council. I follow this road because this road is shortcut.
We are pleading government to really help us, because in terms of rainy season, we used to suffer in terms of carrying our farm goods to the village.
Since the contract was awarded, which many saw will bring relief to the perennial traffic congestion on the Nyanyakubo Road, has lingered for long.
The socio-economic importance of the Apo Karshi Road, whose contract was awarded in 2011, cannot be overemphasized. Successive governments have made effort towards the completion of this road, but to no avail. But as we speak, the present administration are following a lot of promises. Today is following to see to the completion of this road. Yes, sometimes in 2022, towards the end of the year, the honorable ministers and indeed the National Assembly members inspected this road and assured that this road will be completed. This very rocky hill that used to be the hindrance towards the completion of this road has been decimated, with engineers on site assuring members of the public and indeed the government that they've been able to make headway, and anytime soon they should be completing this road for the public to use.
Within the period that the minister visited last time as at October, till date, we have been working. We did not observe the Christmas holiday. We work all throughout within the period of Christmas to make sure that we complete this project before the expiration of this the tenure of this present government. That is why we are working very much hard to make sure we, between now and April, we lay asphalt. What is remaining anywhere, as you are aware, we have done asphalt from Chinage 00 to Chinage 8+00, and we have also completed from the end of the project from Chinage 1000 to the end of the project. We have placed stone base.
In some months back, you cannot be able to climb here easily. In fact, some of the vehicle, the motorcycle, they will stop at the hill. They cannot be able to climb up, even the motorcycle. So now the car and the motorcycle are be able to climb freely without any stopping at the road.
Beyond the technicalities and variables on the site, the project contractors and managers highlighted that once the project review is signed, it will add to the speed and pace of work.
This can be done within less than 3 months, but if government will also, they have been there for us anyway, but we also want them to play their own part in the area of giving us approval on the ROETC, what we call review, ROETC, which is in process now.
NTA News will keep tab on new developments on the road construction, considering the latest assurances and commitments to the project delivery. In Abuja, Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
And on sport, football stakeholders have officially unveiled the Miss Football Nigerian JC ahead of the Female World Cup in New Zealand and Australia. Francisca Bile reports that the unveiling took place in Abuja.
Miss Football Nigeria, which is a non-governmental organization, was established in 2015 to aid young women who are interested in the game to be part of the football industry. These ladies can serve as cheerleaders, fans, and advocates of female participation in sports, as well as girl-child educationists. Guests officially unveiled the Miss Football Nigerian jersey ahead of the Female World Cup in New Zealand and Australia.
We are working hand in hand with the organizers of this, and I believe whatever it is, whatever it is.
I've always said it that every Nigerian athlete is a potential world champion. The problem is, do you get the enabling environment to excel? So, I will help them to get, to their necessary goal.
Chairman, Miss Football Nigeria Moses Ebaho says whoever wins the upcoming presidential election will take the team on a tour to different states by 3rd week of March.
Those persons that want to fly with us, we have the professionals agencies that are going to take care of their visas and their flight tickets and also their accommodations.
The respondent appealed to the Sport Ministry to provide support for the organization to aid them realize their goals of female inclusion in football. In Abuja, Francisca Bile, NTA News.
Still talking sports, Novak Djokovic and Stefanos to meet in the finals of the Australian Open Sunday as Flying Eagles coach Ladan Bosso submit 30 names to NFF. Wendogo brings us details.
World number 4 Novak Djokovic defeated Tommy Paul to reach the finals of the Australia Open. He will be playing against the world number 3 Stefanos Tsitsipas, who is hoping to cap the Australia Open for the first time. Djokovic overcame a first-set wobble to defeat unheralded American Tommy Paul 7-5, 6-1, 6-2 to march into his 33rd Grand Slam final, where he will be bidding to equal Rafael Nadal's record tally of 22 titles. In football, Flying Eagles coach Ladan Boso has revealed that he submitted 30 names of players to the Nigerian Football Federation. The 30 players, according to the coach, will undergo Patient Care Management System (PCMS), where unfit players will be dropped before taking final decision on the final list. The 7 times African champions will leave Nigeria next week for the Under-20 AFCON in Algeria after playing the 2-header friendly matches against Zambia in Abuja. In another development, according to the FIFA Global Transfer Report for 2022, Nigeria has been ranked the 7th highest exporter of football talents. Nigeria, which transferred 725 players for $104 million, with 282 players worth $38.3 million, while Ghana came second with 515 players for a total value of $17.4 million. With Sports Brief, Wayne Dugu, NTA News.
And before we go, INEC has extended the deadline for PVC collection in all its local government offices nationwide by an additional 1 week. The ongoing collection of PVCs nationwide will therefore continue and end on 5th February 2023. This is the second time the Commission is extending PVC collection nationwide, and this will be the last extension of the exercise. Statement by INEC National Commissioner for Information, Festus Okoye, advised those that engage in double and multiple registration not to bother visiting any of the Commission's offices, as the Commission did not print their PVCs. And with that, we conclude our Saturday Discourse. We apologize for not bringing the usual discussion segment. Please do bear with us for some reasons beyond our control. We thank you for your time. See you next week. Bye for now.